Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to UPI, the U.S. Supreme Court on Monday issued a landmark ruling regarding the president's authority to terminate independent agency officials. In a 6-3 decision along ideological lines, the conservative majority ruled that congressional restrictions preventing the president from firing independent agency members without cause violate the separation of powers. This decision overturned 90 years of legal precedent established in the 1935 case Humphreys Executor v. United States, thereby upholding President Donald Trump's firing of Rebecca Slaughter, a Democratic member of the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the majority, asserted that subordinates exercising executive power must be removable at the president's will to ensure accountability to the public. However, in a separate 5-4 ruling, the Supreme Court rejected President Trump's attempt to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook for the time being, upholding a lower court's block on her removal. Chief Justice Roberts joined the liberal justices and conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh in this decision, noting that both the actual independence and the appearance of independence are crucial to the design of the Federal Reserve. According to reports from Metro Commissary UK, Russian soldiers sent to the front lines in the ongoing war in Ukraine face dire prospects, with experts suggesting many survive for only 30 minutes. Professor Peter Frankopan of Oxford University highlights that Russia is suffering 8 casualties for every 1 Ukrainian loss. The conflict, now in its 50th month, has already outlasted the First World War, despite Moscow offering significant financial incentives, including bonuses of up to 60,000 pounds and debt relief. The high mortality rate remains a critical issue for the Kremlin. Military analysts attribute these alarming statistics to the widespread use of drones and evolving combat tactics that intensify the lethality of the battlefield. As fuel shortages and infrastructure damage impact Russian society, public sentiment toward President Vladimir Putin has reportedly begun to shift. Business leaders are expressing deep dissatisfaction, with some characterizing the ongoing war as a self-destructive catastrophe. Experts argue that Putin is attempting to maintain power at all costs, despite what critics describe as his poor strategic decision-making throughout the conflict. According to Al Jazeera, families in Afghanistan's Paktika, and Kunar provinces are mourning the loss of loved ones following recent cross-border air raids. Afghan government officials report that the attacks killed at least 36 civilians, including many women and children, while also injuring 163 others. Witnesses describe civilians being hit while searching for survivors in the rubble of destroyed homes. Conversely, Pakistan maintains that the operations were a targeted campaign against armed groups. Islamabad claims its air and ground forces successfully killed 29 fighters, asserting that its counterterrorism efforts are necessary to combat threats linked to the Pakistan Taliban. Tensions have remained high between the two nations since the Taliban returned to power in August 2021, with ongoing disputes over security and border control. The Afghan government has strongly condemned the raids as a violation of its sovereignty, as residents in the affected areas continue to flee their homes in fear of further violence. Global News reports that the United States military launched strikes against Iranian missile and radar installations on Friday. The action was taken in retaliation for a drone attack that targeted a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz the previous day. U.S. President Donald Trump, who is currently navigating a fragile ceasefire agreement with Tehran, publicly addressed the situation shortly before the military response, labeling the Iranian provocation a foolish violation of their standing agreement. While the U.S. has been engaging in ongoing peace talks with Iran, these recent hostilities have tested the stability of the region and international shipping lanes. The International Maritime Organization had previously begun efforts to move vessels through an alternative route near Oman. but those operations have been paused following the attack due to safety concerns. The Trump administration has continued to monitor the situation as the two nations navigate the complexities of an interim 60-day memorandum of understanding aimed at ending the war. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.